Yo, so, man, I've been stewing on this for quite some time, man. All day today has been kind of in my brain. I even recorded a voice message of it on my phone to remind me to make this video about I heard the word doppelganger, right? And it's basically where it's the theory that everybody somewhere has some type of twin or look-alike or whatever, right? So they got a doppelganger. And I also feel like, based off of that, not just do you have a doppelganger that looks like you, there's a doppelganger for everybody, for everything that we do, right? I've always been under the belief that just like there's a Kobe, there's a Jordan, there's a LeBron, there's all these great athletes, all these great actors, all these great influencers, all these great photographers, artists, whatever, right? I think all of those people as well have a doppelganger. Their doppelganger is most likely somebody that did not make it, right? Somebody that has just as much talent as Jordan, just as much talent as Kobe, just as much talent as Henry Cartier-Bresson, just as much talent as Denzel Washington, and so forth and so on, right? But they just did not get the exposure at the right time, at the right moment. And that just led me to thinking and going down a rabbit hole as to why. I don't know what some of y'all's religious beliefs are. I'm not gonna pour mine upon you. But I do believe that everybody has a purpose. Everybody's mission is different. And I don't think it's our place to try to force when something happens to us. Sit back, do what you're supposed to do, follow the spirit in which is moving you, and watch how far that takes you. Right? And maybe I'm preaching to myself right now because I have found myself starting to get a little impatient with my photography business and where I'm at versus where I feel like I should be, where my work ranks upon other people, and I had to keep myself from spiraling down this rabbit hole of what the f- is going on. Why am I not getting? Why, and I just had to step back and say, you know what, bro, it's not your time. Your time is coming, but apparently it's not your time yet. And not to name drop. And what kind of helped me conclude and tell myself to back off, be more patient, it's coming, do what you gotta do, is I'm a part of a few photography networks, locally, not local, and one of my photography friends hit me up and said, hey Stu, I got a buddy getting ready to travel through from Louisville, Kentucky. He's in Austin right now, but he's going all the way to Phoenix to cover the elections. Can you hook him up with a spot in the house for the night so he can travel? All right, I'm like, okay, cool, man. Who is this guy, man? So he sends me a link of this person and their bio and their work. This guy's a Pulitzer Prize winner. I'm not gonna drop names, right? Guy was a Pulitzer Prize winner for covering the riot and storming of our White House, our Capitol. Or the Capitol, not the White House. And so we sat down when he was here, man, and I knew I was gonna pick his brain because I had a lot of questions. My main question is, bro, how? First of all, let me back up a little bit. So when the Joker showed up, I'm expecting some old, crusty, 60-year-old photographer with a bag, 2 or 3, just my stereotype of what I felt like the type of photographer he had to be was boxed in, right? I stereotyped the hell out of it. But when he showed up, dude was super cool. We went out for a beer. We talked. One of my first questions was, bro, how? How? How did you land in this position to be able to travel, work for mainstream magazines and publications and news feeds and all these different things? And his answer was very simple. He basically said I was in the right place at the right time, and my pictures landed in front of the right person that gave me the break, gave me an opportunity. And you know, from that, I had to tell myself, self, he's right. He's right. And apparently it's not my time yet. And I don't know who else needs to hear this, who else is maybe frustrated with this same thing, but it's not your time yet, right? Your time is coming. It's not your time yet. How do you know that the people that did make it, the Most High didn't put that opportunity in front of them to keep them from going down some different paths? They could be one hit of some drug away from not making it, one misstep in school from not making it, one misstep in the streets from not making it, one misstep somewhere in life from not making it, and the Most High put that opportunity right smack in front of them and said, here, take that. Take that and run with it, son. Daughter, run with it. I have been holding this for you, and I've been waiting for the opportunity to give it to you. This is your time, right? And I just feel like that's where I am right now. And I just need to step back, realize that it's not my time yet. Be patient. It's coming. Keep plugging along. All I gotta do is just keep doing what my spirit is telling me to do, which is to keep working, keep creating, keep getting better. And I feel like that will make me step back and create differently, which is what I've started to do. And I've started to see some differences in the responses from people. I have got away from just shooting portraits of people just static, face, no expression. Like, I am now wanting to start getting more into the art of the form and the shape and playing with body sculpting and the art of photography. Right? Not just a portrait of somebody's facial hair up, right? Because I'm still spawned and I'm still driven by the comment that someone made to me and said, what makes your work different than everybody else? For you to want to feel like you should be able to charge this, do this, and this is where you could be, should be, whatever. But what are you doing different? And I had to step back. And I did. I stepped back, took some time, went back and looked at my portfolio, analyzed it, and said, it's right. It's motherfucker dead on. He dead on. He dead on. My work was no different than anybody else's. Quality may have been better, but the look of it was the same as anybody else that do portraits in my area. It was just better quality, right? Maybe it's because of the systems that I shoot on, Leica systems, and maybe that's why. But other than that, the average customer does not know nor care what system you use. They see you show up with a camera, and they automatically are impressed. They don't care if it's a Leica or a Nikon or a Sony or a Canon or I'm missing one. Fuji. They don't care. They don't know. Only thing they care about is the experience with you and the outcome of the work and the art that you create. That's it. And I just had to tell myself, and maybe I'm preaching to somebody else out there too that's struggling with the same thing. Keep plugging along. Stop trying to force feed it, man. Stop trying to force feed it. Manifest it and live it. Manifest it and live it, and it will come. The more you try to force feed something, the more you're just gonna keep throwing it up. Because apparently your body, your spirit, and where you are right now is not ready or prepared for what He has in store for you. Get out of this comparative syndrome of, stop. Go create. Stop producing the same that everybody else is producing. Go and express and reach out to some boundaries and be scared. That's how far you should push your creativity and what it is that you're doing. Be scared to fail because it's so outlandish and so far left of what everybody else is doing that you feel like this can't be. Go do it. Go do that thing. Go do that thing. Cross that threshold of being uncomfortable. Some of us, maybe it's me too, you get caught up in your own comfort level of what you do, how you do it, and you're so scared to get out of that you just get bottled up and stay there. You get bottled up and stay there. There's a doppelganger for everybody out there and they just don't get the opportunity. Only thing you're missing right now is the opportunity and patience and time. Be patient. Wait. Keep doing what you do. Push the boundaries of what you do. For the longest time, my work was boring. When I go back and look at it, I feel like, my work was boring. Dope work, looks great, but it was boring. It was missing something. It was missing that creative, fun factor. The portraits technically were great, right? And I looked at them and said, these are great. What's the problem? They're not creative. Right, so that's when I started this new project that I'm currently working on, trying to find the right muse, the right people to pull off and execute some of the looks that I want. And I just wanted the project to be very simple, but I want it to be elegant. I want it to be artsy. I want to create a gallery, a big body of work that I can put up somewhere and show and put myself and that person into a better position to be, I'm working with Muse now, Kat. She's striving and driving to be published. But I'm picky about who I get published with. I don't want to just get published to some Instagram digital magazine. Because if that's the case, I would have did that last year. You got to hit up almost every post asking, "Hey, your work is great. We would love to see you." Whatever, right? And then you start thinking, "Well, me, what's the catch? What am I getting out of this?" Right? At the end of the day, what it turns out is that when you submit to some of these magazines to say that you're published or to publish your work, you have to buy it. You have to buy a print. Right? There was this one service where they said, you send us your word, 20 pages, 20 pictures or whatever, blah, 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 we'll publish it. But then I got out of my pocket, buy the publications from them. So it's like, it's a way for you to be published so you can check that block to say you're published, but it's also a way for them to make money off of your work because now they know you're gonna want it, right? You're gonna want it to sell or to whatever the case may be for your own profit. So I just feel like for most of us out here, most of us creators, just stay patient, man. You have a doppelganger. You are somebody's doppelganger. You are one opportunity from making it. Because just when I talked to the photographer that came through and we spoke, and he said he was covering the riots in Louisville right after Aubrey got killed, George Floyd got killed, and Louisville was on fire. And one of his friends said, "Bro, you probably go down there with your camera and take some pictures." And he did. And his pictures landed in front of the right set of eyes, and that person said, "Hey, we'd like for you to do a story." He did a story. And he's been balling since. All right, so it's just a matter of staying patient. Staying patient, stay the course. Don't try to force feed it. Don't try to manifest something. No, just follow your gut. Follow your gut. Your gut, 9 times out of 10, is not going to steer you wrong. Right? You got to follow your intuition. Because when I'm out in the streets doing some of my documentary style work, I just go with the flow of where the streets send me, man. I don't really get into I don't really have nothing mapped out. I don't Google map my route and all that kind of shit. I just go. Right? And I talk to the right people. And I talk to the people that I feel like their spirit says talk to me. And I talk to them. You can get some of those people that as soon as you approach and their vibe is off, it's like, you know what, I'm gonna keep it moving. Right? So I just feel that follow your gut. There are people in this world that make it, and you end up getting jealous and envious of them making it because you know you got the same talent, same will, same drive, same everything. You're just missing that one little element, that one piece. Opportunity and exposure. Right? So keep doing what you're doing. I don't know who this message is gonna touch. I don't know who is gonna hear it, who's gonna see it, because my channel ain't that big at all. Hopefully I can grow. You know what I mean? But I just feel like somebody needed to hear it, and maybe I needed to hear it, so I needed to say it versus think it. I've been thinking it for quite some time, but I just didn't know how to put it into words, so I heard the word doppelganger. Every famous photographer has a doppelganger. They just ended up being the one that got chosen. They are the chosen one. Like that saying of them being the chosen one, right? It was their time. It's not your time yet. Just remember that. Keep plugging along. Keep fighting. Keep doing the good work that you're doing. And it's gonna come. Love y'all. Peace.